Hello, my name is Julianna Nunez. I am in the RTVF AD Section 1 class, and for my media criticism project, I decided to choose the coming-of-age film Booksmart, directed by Olivia Wilde. It is one of my personal favorites. So for Describe, our main characters are Amy and Molly. They have been best friends literally their entire lives, and they are two peas in a pod, like no one can tear them apart. For our setting, it takes place in the Southern California suburbs in a middle upper class neighborhood. And for our atmosphere and music, super positive, inspirational feel. The music is very upbeat, trendy for the times, and all of the different shots are just honestly so aesthetically pleasing that I really enjoyed this film visually. So for Analyze, we're seeing a lot of LGBTQ themes throughout this movie, especially with Amy, the main character, being a part of LGBTQ. She's a lesbian, and she's learning to be comfortable around women and dating. She's also navigating and exploring her sexuality, and we're learning with her throughout the entire film, and we're seeing her crushes develop throughout the film, and it's just super realistic. For friendship, like I said, Molly and Amy are a power duo. They are literally goals, and I think that they demonstrate a real friendship through their ups and downs. They've been through it all together, and we can see that in throughout the film. So there's also female empowerment. The opening scene of the film is us listening to a motivational speech that Molly listens to every morning as an affirmation for herself to get herself ready for the day. We are also seeing images of powerful women like Michelle Obama and Ruth Bader Ginsburg in this film. And I think that these women have a strong impact on Molly and Amy throughout this film, and they motivate them. For Interpret, Molly and Amy have an unbreakable bond, like I said. This is the type of friendship that is essential in a coming-of-age film. It's the type of relationship and friendship that people are envious for. They can sometimes lose sight of things, though, because they are so dependent on one another, and they're both kind of kept in a little bubble, and when it comes to stepping outside of their comfort zone, they want to have nothing to do with it. This film also includes a large focus on LGBTQ themes, like I said before, with Amy being a lesbian and her being the main character. It makes people feel seen, and I think that that's so important in mass media. Linda Holmes actually said, "The story of Amy's queer kid journey is wonderful, in that it is both specifically and assertively queer kid journey, and a story that anyone shy, anyone uncertain can understand." That's from NPR KQED. I think that this film portrays her life as a lesbian woman in such an honest way that it makes it feel real. Evaluate. This film is extremely valuable in United States society and culture, and it's an eye-opener for America because it has such a fresh and accepting view of teenagers in the United States today. By making the main character a lesbian, it helps other young lesbians and other people part of the LGBTQ community as well, who are going through the same exact things, find representation in mass media. Like I said, that is super important. On my skyscraper model, I would rate this as a high middle. And on the subway map model, it would be at the intersection of comforting and innovative, which just so happens to be a Hollywood film. Engage. I really wish that there were more in-depth background stories of Molly and Amy, especially Amy's coming out experience, which is 2 years prior to when this film takes place. And I also want to know if Amy's religious family has anything to do with why, with that story, if it has anything to do, if it affected it in any way. I also want to know, who is Molly's family? We literally heard nothing about them, and we have no idea. Didn't meet a mom, didn't meet a dad, nothing. We only saw Molly in this film. And I really hoped to see, or I wish to see, more realistic struggles. Like I said, they were in a middle upper class neighborhood. They were both going to super expensive Ivy League colleges, and they never once had a thought, how am I going to pay for this? Everything just seemed to be covered, like that wasn't even a problem in their minds. It's more realistic that they would have that type of problem, so I would love to see that. Alright, that is the end of my presentation. Thank you so much for watching and sticking around. These are just going to be my resources on the next couple of slides, but thank you so much for your time, and I hope that you have a wonderful day.